What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved, and this is what I wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a huge Rex. All right, so our monkey died. Then we tamed the cool-looking Dewed, the Enki that was probably really good looking, and the one that we wanted. We tamed the one that we actually used, and then your tribe tamed a 117 Rex. That's the one we're on right now. We tamed two babies as well, and then of course we tamed that there is Zeno. But this is the awesome Rex. Now let me show you guys the thing. It's a 192 now. We have been putting points into melee. It started off with this much health. I don't think I upped the health at all. I did have a lot of meat on it, of course, a bunch of stuffy doodles. So that's all there. Let me show you guys map location. We are right over here. So this is like where I'm pointing. That's where we started. And now in this area, let me see if I can show you guys. When I zoom out here, here we go. So we started a little bit too far. Zoom in just a little bit. There we go. So we started over there in that side. Now what I want to do is I want to clear out these trees because up here it's flat enough to where we can build a decent sized flat base, and because of this cliff right here, we can actually use less resources to build it. So I might actually have some extra resources because on that dang it, this tree, because on that side over there where all that water, there's a deep crevice or a deep opening into the little bay right there. And what I want to do is I want to build a port on this side for this side of the map. So I want to have a couple of ports. I want to definitely have one here. I want to have one all the way on the other side of the island on that side in the snow. And maybe a couple on the left and on the right hand sides. I'm not sure about that one, but I know this is going to be my first main base. So let me clear this out so you guys can see what we're working with. There we go. That looks good enough. Okay, so I cleared out most of the big trees, and as you can see, I don't really have to worry about anything other than the stuff on this side. Uh, put more points into melee. Nice. This is gonna be my breeder too, so we're gonna have some really cool colored babies. So like back here, as long as I have like structures, like walls or like other buildings within like a certain space, nothing can spawn back here, and I can easily go down. Now down there, you guys can see it already. There's beaver dams over there. There's a beaver right there. What level are you? There's a 24 beaver, and then there's a dam right there. Should have spotted it. Here we go. So there's a giant beaver dam, which is really good. So that means that I'm gonna have beaver dams really close to me. I'm also gonna have beavers really close to me, and I want to set up my beaver trap over there, which is just a little spot where I like grab the beavers that I don't want to kill. I put them in the trap, and that way they can produce more dams without me having to kill them. So that's gonna be a really cool thing later on. There are alphas that spawn in this area, plus right over there, that's the swamp. We do need the swamp because in the swamp there's a couple of teams that we want. We want frogs, we want baryonyx, and we want spinos. We definitely need spinos. I've been like crying that I want a spino for so long because we do. But anyways, this is gonna be our main base. So what I want to do right here is I don't actually want to break all these trees or all these bushes. I do want to keep some of them. But back here in this section, we kind of want to find a pretty, like as you can see, it's pretty much flat. So I'm gonna probably end up building back here. Just kind of make it. How do I do it? I'm thinking I want to do my layout kind of like long ways this way first, and then should I put my farm? Ooh. Let me go grab some found. Let me move everything over here, and then we'll figure out how we want to do it. Actually, what I should do is I should put the gates down first so I can see how big of a spot I actually want to take over here. Look at all the gates we have. Let me see if I can do this fast enough. Oh yeah, 25 behemoth gates, doorways, and then of course we have 4 of the smaller ones. There we go. So I did the I guess you'd say like the initial ring. I did make it a little different over here. The main reason is because this little hill right here, it's a little bit higher than the other part of the floor. So I thought going around what might actually give the base a little bit of like a shape versus just like a box, because I could have easily just done like a simple like not even like a full triangle box, just like a line from like this way and then a line that way and just kind of turn this into like a square type base. But I felt since we made so many of the behemoth gates that I kind of wanted to make it huge because we are going to breed dinos, and bred dinos do need a lot of space to grow. So I figured that this should be big enough for our first base. Of course, we are going to have the port over there on that side, but that's going to be a much later project. Anyway, so that's the initial setup. Let me go ahead and place down all the doors. Now, I did use one small dino gate over here. That is because I couldn't reach this corner to this corner over here with the behemoth gate. Now, these little gaps underneath, I'm not too worried about them, but I am going to end up putting spikes and stuff like that in front of them, but that's not going to be for a while. Okay, let's go ahead and add all the doors to these, which are going to be a lot of doors. So here are all the things we crafted for the initial start of the base. I might need more, I'm not 100% sure, but we have 600 walls. I did make 25 of those and then 50 slope because I do want to add a little bit of shape to the base. I don't want it to be like a simple square just because I feel like that's too basic. I want to give it like some sort of like angular look. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the things we need to take right now is that, and probably this stuff. So this is gonna go on our bird. This bird has a little bit of weight on it, but I think too like hectic. Let's see, you can carry about 200 more. I weigh about 100 right now. So let's take the actually let's take these two. Let's go like that. Okay. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set up a simple workstation, I guess you would call it, with my two smithies, and well, I have to put down a foundation. And I want to kind of set it up where I'm not going to build a base. I'm going to kind of start brainstorming the base layout. Now that I can see it's daytime, this base is really big. And I'm going to start brainstorming the way I want this to look. Now, I need it to go a certain way here, there, and all of that. But I'm probably going to build it somewhere like right here in the middle and have an entrance both on that side and on this side into the base and kind of have the base like a long hall type deal where I have storage on the right and on the left. Uh, this is gonna be a interesting setup. So over here on this side, ooh, there is Zeno. Hold on. I always need these right here. Where are you? Oh, I see your feet. A low level one. Ugh, that one dies. I need a high level. Well, I need two high levels because those guys, I love these. These are like one of my favorite tames to keep as mine. Fighting them is a pain in the ass because they can torpedo you with their headbutt, which knocks you off your tame and then they kill you. It's a pain in the ass, but when you actually own these, they're so good. Alright, so whenever you want to do something that's like a really big build, you want to start either on the highest spot possible and then lower everything just because it's easier to lower than it is to raise foundations. So for example, if I wanted this to be like the whole thing completely foundation covered, I would probably start here and work my way this way, and then wherever I got to spots like right over here where there's like a crevice, I'll try to actually just build around it and put ceilings in the middle, uh, just so I can um, just so I can keep like the foundations going because when you have all the foundations and the ceilings will automatically snap to everything as long as the foundations are within four of each other. So there can be a four wide gap between foundations, and as long as they're all connected, the ceilings will still work. But what we're gonna do is we are gonna use this little dip right here in order to go off of our height. So what I want to do is I don't really want to go that way that much. I want to go more on this side. And as you can see, this right here is probably the highest spot where the foundation is. This is almost all level. Right here, it kind of does like a little bit of an uplift. So what I want to do is I want to kind of go a little bit less than half of that. So I kind of keep like an eye on where it goes down right here. So this is the lowest it goes. This right here is about the highest it goes. So what I want to do is I want to look straight, put my head kind of right there, and get it to go about, let's see, that's kind of, let's see, I can squeeze all of these in. So they can clip a little bit into the floor. So I'm thinking something about right there. Yeah, that looks good. I should be able to pull that height off on the entire thing. As you can see, I am going to clip a little bit into the ground. But that, actually, no, I don't like it. Let's go a little bit higher. There, we'll go that high. Just a little bit higher, just to be safe. Okay. So now direction-wise, I want to build it uh, symmetrical to the coast. So probably like that would be good. Or do I want to kind of leave this section over here open for something else? I do like leaving this section open. So let's actually line it up with this side over here, which means I need to spin it. Probably, let me see, let me look. That's about the line that I want that way. So that means I need the line to be something like that. Is that good? Yeah, that should be good. So now I just want to snap these down. And let's see how far this way we can go before we have to use a pillar to connect everything. Now, I don't want to go way, way, way too far that way. This side, I should be able to sneak in at least one. Okay, we can sneak in two. Oh, this is actually really good. This is nice. I like this size right here. This is a really good size for a base. So now going this way, like I said, we can skip the center of these to a certain extent if we want to use ceilings. Ceilings cost less resources, so using ceilings to fill in the center isn't a bad idea. The only bad side about using ceilings is that if you hatch eggs on them, the baby dinos can clip through the ceiling, so it's a pain in the butt. Plus, like the poop and the eggs that they drop naturally can also uh, get in through the floor. So let's see if I can go ahead and make this go this way. Oh, this is looking beautiful. How far this way can I go? Well, this is as far as I need to go for now. One more right here. Oh. That's a really good start to our base. That's a really good start. So here, I don't actually have to place all of these. I just want to take a quick snap point to see if I can get them all in here. If I can, that's beautiful. If I can't, I won't really worry too much about it because I don't really want to do the inside just yet. Okay, so all of that is set. Now this right here, we do want to remove this. I do want to remove all of the things that are kind of like these right here. I want to get them now because later on I won't really be able to get them. So let me clear this whole section out. And after I clear it, I'm going to do a quick, actually I think this is the last one. Alright, I want to do a quick outer scan of this to see how far out I can go. This just tells me if I'm able to actually extend this whole thing by one foundation on the outside without any worries, which is what I'm really hoping for. Ooh, I think right here we have a hiccup. Okay, we do. So right here where there's a hiccup, that's not a bad thing. That just means that this one right here won't snap for me. But I should be able to go around and put a ceiling right there if I really needed to. The ones that I'm really worried about are back here. Height is a problem. Oh yeah, we can. Cool, let's put a whole ring around here. Okay, so right here, I can either put just a ceiling or I can try to snap in a lower foundation, which I'm gonna actually see if oh, I can. Perfect. Okay, so we can snap in a lower foundation. So now we can demolish this pillar. So now, visualization wise, I should be able to still snap this on. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I can live with that. That's not a big deal to me. So the idea here is I can still have a foundation here. It is a little bit lower now. Actually, with that new lowered foundation, can I put a new foundation on top of it? No. What I could have done is I could have gone out this way one time and then put a lowered foundation right here and then connected the ceiling in here. That's a lowered ceiling. Um, do I care that it's a little bit higher right here? Probably not, since this is gonna be something else. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I did. I put a foundation connected to this lower foundation this way 2 times over here so I can get a little bit of wiggle room. I could have just put it right here, but since it's thatch, it's not expensive. These stones are kind of expensive though, so I wanted to demolish 1, 2. Well, I don't want to, but this is the way I'm going to do it. 2 and 3. That should give me only the lower snap point for this ceiling right here that isn't actually going to snap because of why. It'll snap there. It won't snap here. Is it because this foundation is here? Or maybe it's because it was debris. Hold on. Could have been because there was debris. Or is it because stone will not attach to itself like that? Hmm. So I can't get that one. Can I not get this one without demolishing? No, I'm going to have to demolish this. Which is fine because this foundation over here will still keep the snap point, which is what I want. So now I can snap this one over here. And now, oopsie doodles. Can I still snap that one underneath? No. I can't snap that one underneath, but what I can possibly do is use this pillar right here again. Oh, I'm too heavy to jump. Actually, first let's do the good ones. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I like that more. Even though it's like a little bit off, I'd rather it be under than over. It's just the way I like it. Okay, so now I can put that there, and now can I step to the bottom right here? Okay, I no longer need these because that ceiling will snap to that foundation there. Yeah, it won't let me snap it there. So what I'm gonna do is probably test something else out. Let me see if I can't get it to snap this way. I need 2 of these and maybe 1 more of these. Alright, let's get the lower snap point here. Let's rock the pillar here. That gives me a lowered snap point here. If I could get it. Oh no, this isn't lowered actually. I just caught that. This one isn't lowered because this one is still up. Okay, let's rebuild this one. And this is all because this one stupid little corner didn't work for us. This is how stubborn we are. Okay, so I want to make sure I have it like that. Okay, there we go. That does look like it can lower it now. Oh, it can. Right there. Okay, so now that this one's lowered, can we squeeze the lowered one into here? We can. Perfect. So, demolish, demolish, demolished. Okay, so this is a double lowered one, and then this is, or actually this might be triple lowered, and then this one is just single lowered. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, so look wise, I like it. Safety wise, this is much better for me overall, just because that way nothing can get in through the bottom here. There is still a foundation there, and happiness wise, yeah, this is way better than me going up. Like as you can see, I kind of don't even move that much. I move like a little bit, but it's not like the up. Uh, that's just my stubbornness. Alright, so this is gonna be the layout for our base. This should be large enough. What I want to do is I want to set up a couple of entrances. So I want an entrance on this side over here, of course, and one on that side. Alright, so before anything, I changed my outfit because we are definitely overheating here and I don't want to freaking melt. So we went ahead and changed our outfit. Oh, I have skins here. Gotta put the skin on. Alright, we're back to the cloth. This is just basic cloth just because I'm overheating. I don't want to have to drink water over and over. Alright, base design. Let's see. I want two spaces over here on this side for both of them. So I'm going to kind of lean it more towards the right hand side just because I know that the metal and the main island stuff is that way. So we're going to go here. So I want to set up a doorway uh here or here. All right, let's set up a door here. I forgot to bring walls, didn't I? I have plenty of walls. Let's bring like that many from the plenty. Then I wanted to set up, let's see, let's do that. We'll do that one there. We'll do this one here, which means I need to set up the wall on this side first, just to be safe so I can actually have a snap point. Let me see, too wide, perfect, okay. So now what you can do here is you can put a fence foundation right here just to line it up perfectly. I don't actually need all that. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Now it's really more of a preference type deal. I don't want it. I need to go a little bit to the right. Uh, perfect. Let me mess with this now. And let's see, which way do we want them opening? This is gonna be opening that way outwards. Um, I have more space to get dinos in, so yeah, I want it to open out. The reason we want it to open out is because I have all this room to work with to go that way. Coming in, when the doors open, they might block something that I put like right here or other things. So I want to make sure that doesn't actually become an issue. So over here, we're going to put it right here, which means I need to put a wall there, just so I can line this up properly. Let's kind of stand in. I like to stand a little bit further back. Line it up in the middle with as much as everything. Walk forward so I know I'm actually walking kind of in a straight line. And then we just line it up. As you can see, this usually works pretty good. Now, the furthest you can go is like right here. I don't actually like to go all the way to the tip. I do like to go a little bit back. That looks pretty good. Now, I kind of want to go a little bit closer towards the edge. Not too far up. Kind of like right about there. That should be good. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, so let's change the brightness. There we go. Go like that. I always make it a little bit brighter when I'm placing things, or I get a torch if I can, if I need to, or I put down something just so that I don't mess it up. All right, cool. That is gonna be our only entrance in and out of the base. I might put a door somewhere on this side, maybe like right here, just for the kicks. But that's gonna be our in and out of the base. So over here on this side, this is gonna be like dino storage and like just baby making, breeding, egg hatching type area. Refrigeration and stuff is gonna go over here too, as well as like living quarters. Up here, this is where we're gonna have most of our production stuff. Okay, so as far as the base goes, let me put up the walls. I'm gonna go probably too high, and then I want to indent one on all of it, just so I can kind of give it like a kind of like a house feel to it. Oh, I almost messed this up actually. So right here, um, that one and this one don't actually go like that. I almost messed that up. What I need to do here is I need to put a ceiling right there, and I need to go from the top down so that those three on the top are symmetrical. This lower one, ooh, I could have actually just put the door right here, huh? That probably would be the best way to do this. Since I am going to use that one, it can be lower. Yeah, let's do that. So I demolished that one. Can I craft the door? Do I have enough? I do. Okay. So then what I want to do here on this like weird one is I want to get ceiling. Let's get like 5 more of those. Yeah, that's how I want to do this. Okay. So I know for a fact this one right here should be a ceiling. I don't see why this one wouldn't be a ceiling, which means that this one over here should also be a ceiling. Oops, wrong button. Gotta go into that mode. Okay, so now from these ceilings, I want to go down. What that's gonna do is that's gonna give us that snap point from the top, which makes everything symmetrical here, and then right here, I want to make sure I get that higher snap point as well. So from the inside, it looks like I'm not gonna be able to get it. Let's see if I can't go outside. As you can see, there was like a little hiccup up here. It is right there. Perfect. Now the reason why I don't really care about that is because once we make a ramp, which I should have the resources to do it. Do I need hide for ramps? No. Let's make 2 of them. Okay, once the first one is being made, let's kick all this out. Let's put this back in our inventory. Craft it. Gamma 3. So you guys can actually see why I did it this way. Ah, there we go. Once we get that higher one, I should still be able to walk through here. Now, it is a little bit of a tight walk in, but as you can see, it doesn't actually mess anything up, and it looks almost completely clear because of the little wood right here. It kind of does look a little different, but it shouldn't actually make too much of a difference as far as like the lines of the wood and the stone. Everything should match up perfectly, which is what I really want. Because if not, then it just looks weird and it bothers me. Okay, we're doing really well for the build. Over here, I'm gonna actually do it like that, and I'm gonna leave that there because I might want to build like actually, no, this is going to be dino storage up here, isn't it? This whole inside, is it? I don't even know how I want this to be inside yet. There we go. So this is what I want over here. So I can remove this one just because we needed this one for just a structural foundation. I could have used wood here, but whatever. There we go. Okay, cool. So up here, this is going to be my my bedroom type deal. We gotta put like beds down, even though we don't necessarily need beds. I am gonna fast travel in between bases, and I kind of wanted this base to kind of get a little bit more of a different look to it. So over here, this is gonna be the top. Is gonna be like our bedroom, and then down here I can put things like my what do you call it? My feeding troughs. I can put like a refrigerator in the middle and then like 2 feeding troughs on the side, one for meat, one for berries, and then the one in the middle can be for like random eggs that I collect from the area. I don't know, but I wanted to like make it kind of like sit out because now it's actually going to be more of like a home. As you can see, like this little add-on right here alone changes so much of the base. Like it's no longer gonna look like like just a box anymore. Okay, here we go. So I always want to put down any walls or side, like these little half thingies right here, the stone slope walls, before I put the slope ceilings. Now, whenever you put the stone slope ceilings, that's usually the last thing you want to put. Roof. And that is because they clip into other structures. I'll show you guys here. So right here, it clips into the wall on this side over here, so it actually sticks out just a little bit more, as you can see, and it does that left and right. Now the problem with that is that I can no longer place things where it's clipped for the most part, so we want to make sure that these are the last things we put. So that's why I put down those right there, which are these walls, because if I did it the other way, it wouldn't actually allow me to do it. Are those lining up right? Those are kind of lining up a little bit to the side, but it's okay. I mean, uh, actually, watch. Gamma 2 point, we'll do 2.5. So you can see what I'm talking about. So this wood right here, it goes up, and as you can see, this one's kind of in the middle. These are not. That's bothering me. I'm gonna have to redo this whole line. We're gonna do the whole line so it looks like this. That one's not even in the middle either. It's more lined up though. No, it's getting that same problem. Okay, well I can do half and half then. If that's gonna be the case, I'll do half to the left and half to the right. So now that one's to the left. Is that half? Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. Yeah, that's fine. That's about half and half. Okay, that is a little bit wonky, but it doesn't bother me as much as if I would have had them all leaning towards the left. That would have really bothered me. Yeah, that's okay. I can live with that. Okay, now over here, we did this like weird corner. Now, in order to do this, you have to put down the wall right here down first on this side. Then you want to put this ceiling. Then you want to put this wall and this wall right here. And then after you put those, let's go up and over so I can show you guys. You want to put the sloped ceiling on the sloped wall on this side and on the outside over here, and then you want to go ahead and put the roofs in. Uh, a weird way to do it, I know, but that's just the order you have to do them in. You can use slope walls on the inside right here just to line it up a little bit better. Not this side, on the inside over here. On this inside bottom section, you can put the sloped walls and then replace them with this stone wall afterwards. You just kind of have to stand on the top to replace it, because if you stand on here, it'll show green, but it won't actually let you place it. You have to stand over it. I don't know why it does that. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So let me show you guys the inside. I still haven't finished that wall over there. I don't know how I want to do that because I still need to make like the stairways and figure out how I want my room to actually be. But the initial setup for the inside is done. So let me show you guys over here. I tried to line up all the wood as much as I could, but it didn't really work too well, especially like right here with these. I don't know. Well, I do know why. It's just the ceilings up there were just crazy, and then right here there's like a little bit of a gap right here, which I don't actually care too much about. Because I'm gonna put dinos and stuff right there. This is gonna be like all second and third floors type deal. So I don't really care because I'm gonna use that space. Like I'm gonna put a thing probably like right here, all the way across and then over this way, so I can put pretty like tall dinos right there, like I don't know what, maybe like RGs or whatever up there, so I can just keep that like there. So that's gonna hide it. So this is what the inside looks. What I really care about is, you guys see this thing over here on the top right? Let me see. Let me show you guys. So right here, this is what I care about. This buff. That's the important buff that we want. Oh, there you go. That's the home buff. That's what we care about. As long as I can run around most of the building, I guess I do lose it somewhere around here. Yeah, I lose it right here. Oh, probably because this door is open. Yeah, probably because this door is open. Once I close that door though, it should be good. So I get the buff in most of the section, which is good. I am losing it right here in this area, probably because of these gates, or maybe because of this gate. I'm not sure. But anyways, I get it in most of the part, and that's what I really wanted. All of the walls and all of these ceilings up here were able to snap to each other. So that all worked out great. I'm very happy about that. And now let me show you guys what the outside looks like real quick. As you can see, it's not just a box, which is what I really wanted. I kind of gave it multiple dimensions. It does kind of look like it builds from this side to this side over here where it is larger. I did end up using stair type walls over here. I did start it off with that, and then I wanted to go a little bit higher, so this was the best way to go. Now I am gonna add things like windows and doorways for me to go outside. I might even add my greenhouse. maybe on this side over here, just so that it can connect kind of to the barn, to like the important part, or to the hall, excuse me. But that's gonna be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like this building our base type deal, hit the like button. Let me see if I can't give you guys a good aerial view. Yeah, so that's what the base is. It's pretty damn big.